And we're back, going back to the mainline Blood executable for the last episode of the bunch. Canon-wise, I guess, it's episode 6, Post-Mortem. I guess I could compare this to Die Flesh Consumed in terms of difficulty, but not quite as schizophrenic. It's going to introduce a bunch of new things. Somebody, sometime. Not sure what the deal with the plot on this one is. However, there's some new things going on. Mainly the enemies. So we're going to run into some new enemies and I'll explain them as we go. But it's not too out there, but you'll probably be surprised if you don't know what to do. And that's not part of this. But for some reason, this happened to me several times within this playthrough, just at this point, is the zombies going right through the clip after dying, through the floor. I'm not sure what that was about. I have to be really cautious on the first level, so we are going to use the pitchfork. The most use percentage of pitchfork is usually in the first level. Not much I can do about that, but at least when there's zombies, it's fine. It's when I get cultists that I have to be a little more careful because of hit detection. You know, that thing they do where they automatically hit you because you're in front of them and there's no projectiles and shit. You know what game was good about not having hit scanners? Heretic. So, go play that. Seriously. It's very intuitive, that one. Alright, I'm going to go into the market because that was so much fun the first few fucking times I did already. Now, here's something you may not know if you've never played this level yet. If you turn on the lights, every enemy that's in the building gets alerted. At least the ones that are not behind the doors inside the building. So everyone in that room is going to notice the moment you turn the lights on. This is important because there's a lot of cultists here, and since you don't have much, you don't want to start doing that right now. I suppose it's fine if you have, like, proximity mines on you and you know where they're going to come at you from, but that's not going to be helpful, so I guess if you found a choke point, it's fine. But I prefer the get at them as I come to them one at a time approach.
I'm the guy with the gun.
Not that lighting's been a problem for me. Despite how dark this game is, I still understand how the brightest game I've played in terms of first-person shooters is the one in which I have to worry about the vision. And no, somehow this alarm bell for being the 1 millionth customer does not set him off. Just the lights. There's going to be a lot of quick loads simply due to the massive amounts of firefighting going on here. I compare this to, like, let's say episode 5 is more exploration focused, kind of like TNT Evolution versus, we'll say, Plutonia, or more apt, I would say, is Die Flesh Consumed, because that's more like a single episode thing. That's where I mark in terms of difficulty. There's not that much exploration as you might think. A little bit actually, but it's not as not nearly as much as episode 5, which is kind of a downer. Can't you take my double flares with double cares in the world? Wow. As of this recording, I am already setting up the next one. I'm still expecting a new machine in a couple weeks, so if production slows down, it is merely because I'm setting up something now, so we can just get that stuff out of the way. Still, I want to apologize to you for making this trickle out so slowly. I might have been better off just setting us all at once, but this has been a very long playthrough. I'm just hoping I don't do that with Doom mods in the future. I don't want to anyway. Especially when I do Plutonia, and I want to give it to you all at once and be like, wow, he did it! He did the Plutonias! I know. It's been often requested that I do Plutonia. Don't worry. Do not worry. You are not alone. I know it will be requested after I do this. It's probably Deathwish. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, though, because I heard he was working on episode 4. And once I believe that is the most complete version of Blood Deathwish, I will most likely LP it. It's not like I don't have hundreds of Doom mods I can do first, so I'm not in any hurry, but I'd like to see that done. That seems like the first Blood mod I could recommend, like, just off the top of my head. Not to say there aren't many of them, which I will try also. But that's like the best way to get into bloodbotting. Or, like, if I had to recommend, if it was like a single ROM hack or level mod, it'd be like, yeah, Death Wish. I didn't even need to see other videos on that to know. I'm just like, yeah, it's going places. I think the best part about that mod is you can run in DOS. So that's amazing. What? But I can't be the 1 million shopper twice in a row! Whoa! Okay. That was just me being like, okay, just come on out. Come get me, Brosifs. Brosif Brawlin. That's right. My leaf essence is the essence of the leaf. That's what turns a Mr. Man into a Tanuki Man. That's right. I brought out Mr. Man in out of context for the wins. Getting all the keys today. Turn on all the lights. Oh, something else Episode 6 does. We've brought Super Secrets back because this is Monolith themselves making this. As opposed to Sunstorm. Probably has something to do with why it's in the main executable. Ah, my soul! It's gonna be swallowed by hands! All named The Thing. You know, The Thing in the Addams Family was originally just... wasn't like a disembodied hand. It was more of like an unobscured body that had a hand coming out, just stalking the family at all times. So, yeah. Retconning. Been a thing for hundreds of years. As you may or may not know. So, what's our first super secret? It's a life leech. That's a good first super secret. I'll go with it. Oh yeah, we'll get some more life leech usage this episode also. So that's good. Mainly so I don't get my ass whooped, and mostly because, you know, I would use it to drain on health, but it seems like by the time I'm at that point, I would want to just kill them instead. Also, the turret mode is just way too good. I can't not use it. What the fuck is going on with the collision detection today, guys? I want to have a word with your maker. Yeah, so the build engine door don't just fuck me up, it fucks the enemies over too. So it's equal opportunity assholery. Monkey wrestling. Oh no. One shall be King Kong. One shall be Donkey Kong. They're both running for Kong president. Alright. That like Elvira-esque calendar keeps fucking showing up in this game. It's like, spot the assets. Oh, it's this asset again. I know you, Texture. I've seen you all over the joint. It's happened with other things too, like Freddy's clothes. If you've been playing this, like, excruciatingly, you'll see it in a few places and be like, oh yeah, there's that texture again. Kind of like when you're... So that happened again. Kind of like when you're playing Duke Nukem 3D, they keep showing like the OC Simpson. Original character Simpson. Do not simp. No, the OJ Simpson texture sign they reuse in Duke Nukem mod. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll get used to that. Trying to make your custom stuff. I will try out some source ports for mods that require them. I'm thinking like... Certainly in the air, certainly with Doom stuff, which will most likely end up me, if I do like one of those limit removing ones, it'd be, I'll probably use PR Boom Plus for that. I can't recommend that port enough. It's the best one for my use case, which is just get the most out of it in terms of, you know, trying to be as faithful as the original as possible, as well as being able to mod it. You know, so, not to mention the OPL emulation. That's important to me. If it's not important to you, you don't probably need it. But to me, yes. When you do those custom MIDIs, because I'm cool with sound fonts. I just like knowing what the default sound font is. Alright. Perhaps I didn't explain this yet. So we got a new enemy. It's the Green Cultist. The Green Cultist only throws dynamite. Only throws dynamite. So, you know, besides how one of them would probably throw a dynamite like the regular brown cultists, the green ones will do that as well as using it as their main fire mechanism, which means they're going to respond the same way a regular one would try to shoot you, which means a lot of explosions, and I do mean a lot. You can usually take advantage of this by making them kill other enemies. Which, you should do that in the first level, for sure. I'm sure if you just looked up at them and then they started doing it at the road, it'd be fine, but then I'd have to worry about dodging them myself, and I didn't want to do that. So here's a hole with a life seed in it, that's nice. Not the craziest secret in the world, but I never heard of a hole I didn't like when I blowed it up. When I blow up the holes, and I go from the eye to the skull with the eye inside. Okay. Turn that light on. Get this guy. That's right, I can reliably get rid of him with 2 flares. And considering how slow he is, this is really the best plan. Especially if it's one of them at a time. We also have we have a blue cultist who fires Tesla cannon, which can be really damaging to you, as you might expect. Also, he's also the only enemy in which Tesla will not be very effective. Like at all. Which is fine, because normally you're just using ballistics on the cultists anyway, so that doesn't really matter now, does it? Ballistics are explosives. I don't know why you'd be doing Tesla and cultists, that's just overkill. I mean, you could do it, but I would probably just say use the Tommy gun for that kind of shit. But, yep, so now we have black cultists, black cultists, brown cultists, green cultists, blue cultists. There's actually one more cultist technically, but it's not really an enemy per se. I mean, yes, but also no. Broom, texture broom, brooming inferno. It's the broomiest broom in the house. Oh, hi, Mark. You clean up with my broom today? Let's see what's inside. You can't hide what's inside. We need General Juniors. Ah. And behind the moon door is the exit. Surreptitiously, ungraciously, gregariously, vicariously, zombies. Who's gonna love them? First Ubisoft game was about zombies. Did you know that? Did you know that they started out as a French computer games as opposed to doing console stuff? Did you know that? Yeah, I found the super secret. Yeah. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of wander from place to place, moving from topic to topic in one uninterrupted sentence. Could be quite hypnotic, you know.